Hey everybody, how y'all doing this evening? This is your girl Neat coming to you with part 3 of Y'all Ain't Gonna Believe What Happened to Russell. Now, with these readings, let me explain. There's no glitz or glam. I'm coming to you as I am. I'm going to read you my stories and you just as comfortable as I am. So you know the routine by now. Go get your snacks. But for me tonight, hey, I got my dark side. Don't judge me. I'm just saying, y'all gonna get your own, want to snack on, but that's how I'm rolling tonight. So, let me get you all caught up a little bit, for those folks who just want to jump in on part 3, you know how we do. Anyway, we left off where Aunt Thea and Russell had headed to the grocery store because Uncle Junior was not budging. He was going to sit there and watch his little program. So you caught up. So here we go with part 3. Aunt Thea carefully got out of the car because she was known for busting her ass at a drop of a dime. And she did not need to break her hip on the ice, especially with all of the things that were going to be going on this Thanksgiving. Aunt Thea entered the grocery store and headed straight for the produce section because all she needed was some celery. She got in line, which only had a few folk in front of her. The line moved very quickly, and when it was her turn, she paid for her groceries, walked out of the store, and headed for the truck. Now, darn it, I know I wasn't that far from the front door. I remembered the letter C, and it ain't that many cars out here. So what in the world? Anthea thought to herself. Instantly, the feeling of nausea came over Anthea. Uncle Junior and Aunt Thea's brand new truck was gone. And the worst part of it all, Russell was inside the truck. Aunt Thea immediately panicked, dropped her grocery bag and started slipping and sliding and screaming until one of the baggers came rushing out of the store and, to see what was going on with her. The skinny little teenager grabbed Aunt Thea to help her, and they both began to slip and slide until one of the store managers came out to help them both, you see. Ma'am, are you all right? Aunt Thea was just hooping and hollering, and snot was coming all out of her nose and things, and she took a deep breath and said, "My truck is gone, and Russell is inside. Oh, Lord, have mercy, Junior gonna kill me." Panic immediately set in with them all. "I'll call the police," the store manager said, as the skinny young boy helped Aunt Thea back into the store. He did the best he could, but she was just, he couldn't calm her down. The police finally arrived. Aunt Thea was crying so hard, but she gave the police the best details she could. She repeated over and over to the police officer the description of the truck and what Russell had on. Soon thereafter, another squad car pulled up, and a short, balding gentleman got out of the vehicle and walked over to Aunt Thea and the police officer who had been taking notes. This is what he said. "Ma'am, my name is Detective Barry Brownlee." He quickly looked over the notes that the police officer had handed him. Now let me get this straight. Russell has black hair, dark brown eyes, and was wearing an olive green sweater with boots to match. Detective Brownlee instructed the young police officer to call the information in that he had received from Aunt Thea. Detective Brownlee asked Aunt Thea for her home phone number so that he could call Uncle Junior for her to inform him of the car theft and now what was to become an apparent abduction of Russell. Detective Brownlee had to remove the phone from his ear due to Uncle Junior yelling and screaming so loud. Aunt Thea later told the family that as the police car was driving her home, she was in a complete, just in a daze. She was in a tizzy. She said they were driving so fast and had the sirens blaring and the lights flashing, she felt like she was on one of those cop shows, No sooner than they pulled in the yard, they pulled in the driveway, and the front door flew open. and Uncle Junior darted out the door and down the steps. Aunt Thea said she was shaking and crying beyond control at the sight of Uncle Junior swinging the door open as they pulled into the driveway. It didn't seem like Uncle Junior's feet even touched one step because he was out the door and at the police car in one step. Guess it was all that Walker Texas Ranger your boy been watching. And swearing he was a cowboy. Well, folks, that's all for this evening. That's what I'm going to leave you with. So stay tuned because we have to find out what happened to Russell. Night, night.